And we'll start with you, Ethan. What is your zombie apocalypse plan?
I would find the best cigar shop in the area, and then I'd camp out in there and board it all up. And I'd try to make sure it's close to a really good wing shop because I like hot wings and I like cigars. And then I would just try to board it up as good as I could, find whatever weapons I could, and just like enjoy cigars and hot wings. This is assuming my family's dead. If I'm all alone, I didn't even think about the fact that I might have to protect my family. I, if I had my family, I'd pretend that was the only option. I'd pretend like
Hmm.
I've checked it out. The safest place is definitely going to be Marty's cigar
Yeah.
right here. It's right next to it. It happens to be right next to his wing place.
Oh, I love it.
That's like your version of oh, what is it? Shaun of the Dead. Just
Right?
like
They're in their
Yeah.
pub, their favorite pub. Yeah.
we're just gonna get to the cigar shop and wait for it to pour over.
I love it. I love it. Excellent. What about yourself, Eric? What's your zombie apocalypse plan?
So when I saw that question, because I grew like it made me think about I grew up loving like the George Romero zombie movies, Night
Mhm.
of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, like
Yeah.
and me and my friends, we would watch them and we would talk all the time about what we would do in the zombie apocalypse. And it's like we know all the rules, all this stuff. And I remember also saw this is like back in like high school. It was like a documentary on like 70s horror, like that wave of horror movies coming out in the 70s. And it was very serious and talking about like all the themes and like how all these filmmakers were taking horror seriously. And when they talk about Dawn of the Dead, there's some commentator, like some college professor, who's like pinpoints the scene early on when the main characters are in the helicopter and they're trying to find, like, they haven't found the mall yet, they're trying to find where to go, and they pass over this like field that's like full of like, for lack of a better term, like rednecks with like guns, and they're all just drinking beer and they're just shooting zombies, and it's like they're portrayed as like a bunch of yokels or whatever. And the commentator is like, "Oh, what a biting satire of America." Right. And I heard that and I was like, "Oh, I always saw that scene. I was like, what a utopia. Like just hanging out with your buds, drinking beer, shooting zombies. Like that
Exactly.
sounds like the best." So mine's not that different from Ethan's. I would just gather up my buds, like, "Hey, let's get a six pack, get some guns, go shoot some zombies." Like, it sounds like a good time. So that's what I would do in the zombie apocalypse.
I like it. I like
Perfect.
it. Okay.
I just assume zombies. I always think about that. Zombies. I don't think they'd be as scary as or hard to kill as they are in the movies. Like it's like it'd be like if it really is basically if I hate to say this, I'm not in front. Like if all the mentally handicapped people decided to rise up, right? That's basically what zombie apocalypse is. It wouldn't be that. It'd be scary, but not that threatening. Like we could take care of it.
Yeah,
Well,
you just plan
unless
ahead.
I guess
unless you get
it'd also be highly contagious though, which it's not. So I guess that
And I was going to say, unless you get those 28 days later zombies, they're super
Right.
fast and they throw
right,
That's
things
right.
different.
into,
Yeah, that's
through windows
cheating.
and stuff like that. But yeah,
That
it
doesn't
is
add up.
cheating. Yes, definitely.
Well, and
But if
28
you're
days later, they are infected. They're not
Yeah.
zombies. They are
it's
infected with
Ah,
rage.
okay.
rage.
Yeah.
With rage. They
Hmm.
clarify that right away.
So basically,
There
yeah,
you
they were
go.
on Twitter all night, doom scrolling.
Yeah. That actually is what they do. It shows the monkeys being fed like terrible news in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, is
Like
that what
that
they're
is sort
doing?
of like, yeah, yeah. Like